Good morning, everyone. It's Sharon here from Wellbeing for Life, and I'm so sorry I can't be with you this morning in person. I'm afraid COVID has caught up with me, and I'm currently in isolation. But we're getting creative, and we've made a video. So here at Wellbeing for Life, not only are we creative, we're also really passionate about making the workplace a place where individuals can thrive. If individuals thrive, then the business will ultimately thrive as well. So we've been supporters of Alex's Wish for many, many years. In fact, some of you may well have trekked over mountains and walked miles and miles with us in order to raise funds for this amazing charity. And if so, then I apologise for the pain that we caused, but it was fun. We see huge parallels between what we try to achieve in the workplace and the awesome individual that is Alex Hallam, and all of those fantastic values that he lives by. More about that a bit later. I know today you are going to be thinking about your plans for 2022 and also about how you can help support each other within the group to achieve those plans. So I just wanted to spend a few moments thinking about what it is that underpins those plans that you're making, and also to share a way in which we here at Wellbeing for Life can absolutely support you in that, in a way which then benefits Alex's Wish as well. We call that the ripple effect. So as you make your plans, you may well be reviewing your business plan, you will be setting exciting goals, and no doubt you'll be making action plans for the year ahead as well. But there's one key issue that sits beneath the success or the potential success of all of those plans. And I wonder whether you've included that in your planning this morning. I'm talking about your staff, of course. And you, as a business owner or a business leader, you are absolutely part and parcel of that staff as well. One of the biggest challenges to small businesses is burnout and fatigue of its leaders. So you are absolutely key to the success of your business. We've all experienced firsthand, haven't we, the challenges of the pandemic on staff and on our businesses. And whilst the future is bright, I don't think we're quite out of the woods yet. But I don't want to focus on the negatives. The pandemic, well, yeah, it did absolutely bring with it a number of challenges, didn't it? But it also brought many positives as well. I think it allowed us to raise awareness, become aware of what it is that's really important. We recognised firsthand, didn't we, the need for resilience and for good mental health in the workplace. And we absolutely realised the benefits of collaboration, of teamwork, and all of those good, positive relationships between colleagues in the workplace. And if we think about what leads to the success of a business, it's the attributes of its staff and their leaders. And we know from the research that there are certain things that when those things are in place, they will lead to greater productivity, greater creativity, motivation, lower sickness absence levels, and also a reduction in presenteeism as well. And ultimately, of course, all of those things impact directly on the bottom line. What are those things we're talking about? Well, it's things like being energized, positive, motivated, feeling happy in the workplace. They are all foundations of success. And of course, lemon meringue pie. Let's not forget the lemon meringue pie. Hang on a minute. Energy, positivity, motivated, lemons. We're describing our very own Alex, aren't we? And of course, the Be More Alex philosophy. Can you imagine a workplace with the Be More Alex philosophy at its heart? Can you imagine what kind of workplace that would be and the kind of things that that workplace would achieve? Well, that's exactly where our Be More Alex workplace wellbeing program comes in. So small businesses can often struggle to access workplace wellbeing programs. they have smaller staff numbers, usually, perhaps some budgetary constraints, and also a lack of flexibility as well. And all of that can get in the way. But the well-being of the staff working within a small business is absolutely key to its success. So our Be More Alex Workplace Wellbeing Programme basically brings together small businesses, meaning that they can share the content, share the learning, benefit from all of that kind of shared learning experience, and share the cost as well. Alex, I'm sure you will agree, Alex and his approach to life have got such a lot to teach us. And we've taken those principles and we've created a really exciting program. Flexibility is absolutely at the heart of it. So it's a Zoom-based program delivered over the course of a year, which you access in a way that absolutely suits you and your organisation. So you can have as many or as little staff attend the program, or basically to suit your own individual needs. Thankfully, I think we're beginning to move beyond the idea that a workplace wellbeing program is that kind of nice, fluffy, nice to have kind of thing. We now recognise it as being an absolutely integral part of that overall business strategy. But sadly, I think there are still some examples of it being seen as a bit of a tick box exercise. So don't get me wrong, things like Fruit Friday and the odd yoga session for staff, they're all great things to have. But in order to get the very best out of a program and to make it meaningful and sustainable, it needs to be embedded and it needs to be a part of the overall culture of that organisation. Workplace wellbeing programs have been shown to bring a 9-to-1 return on investment. That's an amazing figure. But you may not be surprised to hear that it's not the tick box type of approach that brings that return on investment, but rather it's a well thought out, embedded program that engages staff at all levels, and it actually aligns with the overall business culture, its values, and the overall strategy as well. And the Be More Alex Workplace Wellbeing Programme is exactly that. So how will it work? Well, this is where I try to get a little techie, and I'm going to share my screen with you. One moment. Look at that, it works, fantastic. So this is our 3-step approach, which is underpinned by the foundations of wellbeing, which we see as being social, physical, mental, and financial domains of wellbeing. Education is the first step. So education is key, but information alone is simply not enough. So our education can include all sorts of different topics, for example, sleep, dealing with stress, building resilience, eating for energy, and I could go on. There's a ton of different wellbeing related topics that are associated with our education program here. And our education is about making sense of the latest research in a way that really empowers people to take action. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach because we're all individual and that simply doesn't work, but it is about promoting experimentation, curiosity, and motivation. Look at that, back to our Alex again. Then it's about building internal capacity. And we do this through training up key individuals to give them the knowledge and the skills and the confidence to become wellbeing champions and mental health first aiders. It's these people who will bring the wellbeing agenda alive within your organisation and will make sure that it's followed through with our ongoing support. It also supports managers and it gives them the communication skills, the confidence and the tools that they need to be able to integrate well-being into everyday interactions with staff so that potential problems can be addressed at the outset rather than waiting for them to become a significant issue a bit further down the line. And it's about working at director level and senior leader level as well to support them in the vital role that they have in being role models for workplace wellbeing. There's a ton of fascinating research out there that really highlights the role that you have as business leaders in kind of leading the way in terms of wellbeing. And then finally, it's about removing barriers through our health coaching program. And this really focuses on the individual, and it supports them to identify any barriers that might stand in the way of them being, well, being more Alex, really. And it helps them to find ways to overcome them in a way that makes sense and is meaningful to them. It is absolutely transformative for individuals and therefore transformative for the business as well. Now, I've mentioned that this program is all about flexibility and meeting the small business where they're at. So to maximise that flexibility, we offer a bronze, silver and gold package. So the bronze program includes a place for one person on the Manager Wellbeing Check-in program, on the Wellbeing Champions program, which also includes the First Aid for Mental Health qualification, a place on the Mental Health Awareness program, and a place on each of the quarterly wellbeing workshops as well. And it runs over the course of the year. And again, to maximise flexibility, it's payable on a monthly basis, which works out to be £96 per month. The silver package allows you to add more people in and to add them into the different activities contained within this triangle so that you only pay for what you need. And the gold package, well, the gold package includes group coaching for the leaders as well. So lots of choice, lots of flexibility, all built on the Be More Alex philosophy. So you can tailor it exactly to the needs of your organisation, which benefits you as a small business. But I mentioned that there was a ripple effect with this. I mentioned there would be a benefit to Alex's wish as well. So what is that? Well, a percentage of the costs will be donated to Alex's wish, which really enables them to carry on the absolutely fantastic work that they have been doing in ensuring that this generation will be the first to survive. So if you would like a free 30-minute consultation with us to think about the wellbeing foundations of your organisation and perhaps to talk about how being more Alex in your workplace might make a difference, then please get in touch. Here are our contact details here, so please drop me an email or give me a call on the number on the screen there, and let's set up a time to have a chat. So thank you for listening. There's a lot of information there. I would love to tell you a bit more about it on a one-to-one, and I can talk you through the various details that sit behind this program. But for now, I'm going to leave you with a question. And the question is, how might your business benefit from being more Alex? I would absolutely love to discuss that further with you. But for now, enjoy the rest of your meeting. And I really hope to be out of isolation soon and to be able to catch up in person. Take care for now. Bye-bye.